Hey, what is up, guys? So we have a ton of new cards that are targets with the new card, Foolish Burial of Belongings, which is coming out pretty soon. And a lot of people are super hyped about this card. A lot of people think it's broken. Some people think it's not that good. Well, let's go ahead and read its effect, and let's talk about some of the targets that you can use with the new Foolish Burial of Belongings. So, it's a new spell card coming out in the game that says, send one spell or trap card from your deck to your graveyard. You can only activate one of them per turn. So, a lot of different FTKs and a lot of OTKs will probably happen because of this new card. I almost want to say it's confirmed secret rare from TCG because there are a ton of targets that are already good targets for this card and also coming out in the game, specifically like the new cards that are going to be supporting Ancient Gears, and there's a lot of other stuff coming out in the game that are going to be supporting other things that we like the Fluffles. If you guys haven't seen like how good this card can be in Fluffles, I'm going to leave this video down below in the description box so you guys can check it out. It's called New Fluffles in Action, and it shows you guys how good the new Fluffles are. So not only is this card going to be good for the newer decks coming out in the game, specifically like the Dark Lords, but it's good for a lot of different decks. So let's go ahead and talk about good targets, because some of you guys might not have realized that this card can be used in so many things that we already have that can give support to it to make it actually a little bit more meta. Now, some of the cards that we will be talking about, just as a heads up, they're not very meta, but the thing is, like, for example, some of the Buster Blader stuff. But I know that, I want to support all you guys, whether you're playing Buster Blader or you're looking to play something a little bit more meta in the future, perhaps, it's still going to be a really good card in general. And like I said, I think it's a card, if it's not going to be common, it's going to be pretty pricey. But there is one downside to this card. Specifically, you can only activate one of them per turn. So it does limit you on some of these FTKs or OTKs. But if you guys remember Mercuria, the Destructor. This is an old school card. If I could, is that Mercuria? The effect is can activate trap cards. Okay, there it is. It's Mercuria. Okay, this is the card that. It doesn't matter that you can only, well, it's banned, but okay, what I'm trying to get at, guys, is if there's something that comes out in the future, this card could be so broken that it's going to be banned. And even though the effect is like, you can only use one per turn, you only need one Mercuria to win the game in most of these FTK kind of decks. So I feel like this downside doesn't really hurt some of the decks that will abuse this card. But I want to know if there is any crazy combo that you guys know of that is an FTK with this card. Because I'm sure there probably already is. I just don't know of it. But you guys let me know down below in the comment section. But let's go ahead and go over all the targets that you guys can go for that I have found. But if you guys know any other cards, let me know. So first off, the new Dark Lords are coming out in the game. A lot of the Dark Lords say that you have to target a Dark Lord spell or trap card in the graveyard. And if you don't have access to them, well, hey, there you go. You have that Foolish Burial of Belongings. And then this way, you guys can go ahead and add pretty much whatever you want to go for relatively quick now with this new card, Foolish Burial of Belongings. Also would be great in Gem Knights. Heck, with Gem Knights, you could banish a Gem Knight monster in your graveyard and add this card right back to your hand. Like this card, plus the other Gem Knight, is it Gem Dash Knight? Oh, it's Gem Dash Knight. There's the other. Okay, here we go. I was just gonna look it up by typing that in, but anyways, Brilliant Fusion can be great. Like if you use Brilliant Fusion plus Gem Knight Fusion, oh my gosh, like you could go absolutely off in Gem Knights. I want to say people might be trying out Gem Knights now. This is a really good card, and it's so important in Gem Knights. A lot of times Gem Knights go a little bit slow. I know there is the Gem Dash Knight Turtle, which is it? How many turtle cards are there? Okay. There is a card called Gem Knight Turtle, which is really slow. Oh, it's Gem Turtle. So it's a flip effect to add in Gem Knight Fusion. And some people had to play this because you need to be able to go fast in, a Gem Knight deck. And this just helps it out a ton. And on top of that, there's Galaxy Cyclone. That's a really simple card. Just banish it and destroy a face-up spell or trap card. There's other cards. They can protect some of your cards. A lot of the ritual stuff actually involves a lot of the same effects as this. But Gospel Revival, Blue Eyes is looking to be meta. You can play it in Blue Eyes. Heck, if a Dragon-type monster you control be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard. I know that there are a ton of plays where you guys see them pull off like a, is it Max with 2 words? Chaos Max. There's a lot of plays with Blue Eyes. Well, they will open up really aggressive turn 1, and they'll throw up like a bunch of strong monsters. But if you happen to have this, you can prevent yourself from losing to like a Regeki or something, because this is if a dragon type monster or monsters. So like if you go throw up like a big field, you know, you throw up like a Blue Eyes Chaos Max, you throw like another like 3k plus beater. The only out for some decks is that one Regeki, and if you can out that one Regeki like really fast, you're more than likely able to throw up that turn 1 board and feel safe. You know what I mean? So that's kind of good for that deck. There's also benefits with Monarchs. I know Monarchs aren't so hot, but you know what? Maybe later if that new ban list comes around and the other things that got hit, they go up, maybe it could be used in Monarchs again. You know, more targets for the original Monarch or the Prime Monarch as well. There's also a really good Guardian card called Hanazumi. So you get to banish it from your graveyard and target a Guardian monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So you have a little bit more consistency, but I feel like at the end of the day, like, you got to go for your synchros, and if you've already made your synchros, you're technically at an advantage. But I know Guardians aren't the most hot thing right now, but, you know, later on if they get better support, hey, maybe they can see some play. There's a lot of rank up cards that are good with this card as well. Rank up Magic Raid Force. A lot of the rank up cards that you just add specifically like another rank up card to your hand. Like this could be technically one of them. Ancient Gear Catapult, so there's stuff in the future that, you know, you can banish it and then you can summon a token. The Lunalight Perfume, you can search a Lunalight. You gotta discard a card for this one. Now here's where we get into some of the more meta plays, so to speak. Metalfoil Fusion can definitely be a really great card. Obviously, a lot of other decks have been just running this just to send it to the graveyard and then just put it back and then draw 1. So you guys can technically deck them even harder. I know in the TCG, we only have upstart at 1. So this could be another way of trying to do an upstart play. I know that like drawing it kind of sucks, but if you're playing Metal Foes, and obviously, yeah, it's a no-brainer. You know, let me know, guys, what you think of this. Like, would you guys play this? Because I know, like I said, it kind of sucks if you draw, but if you run other cards that, you know, you discard a card to activate an effect, hey, you can just discard this, recycle it anyways. There's also Quackymiros. Hey, who played Quackymiros in 2016? You know, like I said, I will support all you guys, and I'll show you guys what else you guys can play with, whether you're playing meta or not. But Diamond Core Quackymiro, that not the most meta deck, but Quackymiros, they could make use of it. There's also, okay, this is more like a meta, and these are like the 2 meta cards that we've talked about so far. Kaiju Slumber. So you get to basically dark hole the board and then special summon a Kaiju. And then on top of that, during your main phase, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you get banished to add another Kaiju monster from your deck to your hand. That's a really decent effect. There's also Emperor's Freezing Air, that you get to banish this card and send a Monarch spell and trap card from your graveyard to target a set spell or trap card. Oh no, it's just a set spell, set card on the field and destroy it. So hey, you have access to that. The Necros, any of the Necros cards, you can definitely make use of it. And that, not that Necros are getting meta, but you know, again, later on if they get more support, if they come off the ban list, you never know. A lot, again, the ritual stuff. I know we have the Cyber Angels coming out in the game, Machine Angel Ritual. For light monster control, you destroy a battle by card effect, you destroy the card descent, and like I said, there's a lot of cards that are very similar in their whole rituals that do this. We have the Hymn of Light. We have Silent Burning, again, just protecting your cards. This one's where you banish it and then you get to add one. So this one, there's a lot of these add ones also. Toy Vendor, if you guys haven't seen the Fluffle deck, I'll link it down below. Once again, it's a really crazy good deck. Especially with Toy Vendor, you're able to search out those Fluffles. That Fluffle Dog, let's go. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about Fluffle Dog, but Fluffle Dog then searches out another Edge Imp or Fluffle. So you have like double searches. You have triple Fluffle Dog, and then you got triple Toy Vendors, and then on top of that you have Foolish, which searches out. So you got a lot more searchability with the Fluffles, and I know a lot of people like the Fluffles, so there you guys go. Fluffles even more consistent now with their basic way of searching. And then also you obviously have like the Fluffle Wings and stuff like that. So a lot of extensive plays. Mausoleum of Light, you can add a Burst Stream of Destruction. Not that anyone really wants to do that, but I figured I'd mention it for some of you anime fans that like to play some of the anime decks. You know, your Burst Stream of Destruction is a really cool card, but not too meta. There's also Magician's Navigation. You can banish it and then target a face-up spell trap card and stop that from being useful. So I think it's got its utilities. Because with this card, you don't even have to have like anything related to Dark Magician to activate that card's effect. Of course, banishing it. So like what I like with this card, it lets you send whatever you want. And one excellent like little like thing that you guys can take into consideration is you have a lot of ability to activate this card in response to what your opponent is playing. If you know that they're going to have something that, next turn you're going to get wrecked by, you have options to, use Magician's Navigation. Maybe banish this. Maybe you know that Galaxy Cyclone is going to destroy them. Or if you know that next turn they're going to make a play that might stop you, like they have a Cyber Dragon Infinity, and you're like, I want to go for my play, then you can go ahead and send a Breakthrough skill. You can kind of play around with this card. It becomes a utility card, whether you want to negate a monster's effect, whether you want to get rid of a spell and trap card, or heck, if you want to get rid of a set card, like we mentioned before. There's a lot of potential with this card. There's also Destruction Sword Flash, so you get to banish this card from your graveyard and negate that effect if anything is targeting a Buster Blader. So you have options to protect your monster, and again, or destroy spell and trap, or again, negate monsters effects. This card can be activated kind of like a Battle Fader. We also have Raid Raptor Readiness. Like, again, there's so many targets with Raid Raptors. Maybe you want to go for a rank up play. Maybe you want to go ahead and defend yourself, so you got Readiness ready to go. Maybe you want to go for Mistress of the Yokai. Old school card. You're able to... I like how it says remove from play this card. It's actually, banish the card and then select a face-up monster and reduce its level by 1. So you can kind of make it so your opponent can't make certain things. You have access to that as well. You also have Destruction Sword Reminiscence, and this has the effect you can banish the card from your graveyard to fusion summon a Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swords End from your extra deck by banishing the fusion material monsters. You also have Metal Foe Counter, so you can banish to add a Metal Foe's Pendulum from your extra deck to your hand. You also have all of the Phantom Knight stuff. Let me put these kind of together. All the Phantom Knight stuff pretty much is good in the grave. Heck, Natria Sacred Tree. You could go ahead and search out Natria. Again, I know Natria not the most meta, but I'll support and show you guys everything. We still got the Shadal Core, so you're able to have access to that. Also, Psyframe Overlord searches out another Psyframe. You have Blaze Accelerator Reload to banish it to send another Volcanic card. You have UA Penalty Box to add a UA spell card. And then there is also this card I wanted to mention. Because basically what I did, guys, is I typed in what could be banished. I'm sure that there are other cards, guys, but these are the ones that I was able to find. If you guys have any more cards that you want to add to this list or add to the discussion, whether it's an FTK combo, you guys let me know. Because again, there is crazy combos with this new card that I think a lot of decks can have access to. And like I said, it's kind of a utility card where we can get rid of, either a monster effect, we can get rid of a spell trap. It has a lot of utility. But again, a lot of these cards that have this banish effect, you kind of need to wait. A lot of these cards, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can activate this card's effect by banishing it. So there are downsides to it, specific to the other cards. And again, there's that downside, you can only use one of them. But I think overall, it is a great card. Hopefully it won't be secret rare, but I want to say it probably won't be common in the TCG, because we know how the TCG loves to give us these cards in foil versions. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys give a like button, a titty slap, and I'm signing out.